Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Today we are checking out this night vision and daytime scope from DNT Optics. This is the ZULUS V2. It is a 5-25, obviously digital. So let's get into it. Now for a little bit of transparency, DNT did send this out to the channel. I do have a relationship with DNT Optics, but it does not affect my review of the scope at all. Here to tell you all about it and to let you know my thoughts and my experiences with this scope. While I'm at it, I would like to shout out Copper Jacket Arms. That is my website for hopefully all of your pew needs, ammo, accessories, firearms, things like that. So go check out Copper Jacket Arms. That will be in the pinned comment along with the link to this particular scope from DNT. So as usual, let's get through a few specs of this scope. It is a 5-20 digital night vision and day vision scope. We're going to get into some of that here in a little bit. It does run off of a 21700 battery, flat top battery. However, there is a port on the side here to also use USB-C. Came with 2 batteries and a charger. You can also charge it off of the USB-C. The resolution in this thing is amazing. The picture quality is absolutely just incredible. It has a 1920 by 1080p resolution in the screen and in recording, so that is really cool. So on that 21700 battery, it has about 10 hours of runtime. This thing weighs around 19 ounces, and it does have internal built-in memory for the record function of about 32 gigs. It also is saying that it has around a 2 3/4 eye relief, which it's the eye relief as if you've ever used digital optics before. It is a screen in there, so to be a really full eye relief or full picture, that 2 3/4 is about right. However, you can back away from it a little bit and the screen just gets a little smaller. Still very usable and perceptible. Now it is also IPX67 rated. Of course, out here in the dry, hot Arizona desert, I haven't had a water issue, but it does say it has an operating temperature up to 122 degrees. I haven't had an issue with it shutting off, unlike the camera that I'm recording on now, which obviously does not have a temperature rating of what we have out here. I have not had this shut off even sitting out on this tripod using it in the bright sunlight on like 105, 108 degree days. So its temperature working conditions far outperforms anything else electronic that I use out here in the desert. So a few of the functions, like sort of like the basic buttons structure of this thing, is it has a power button up here on the top, a menu button, it has a record button, it has a picture-in-picture button, which is, I'm sure you'll see at some point in time, gives you a secondary picture within the viewfinder that is ultra magnified compared to what your actual magnification is set at, which I think is a really cool feature, in fact. And then it has like your other menu buttons, your selector buttons, stuff like that. This right here is a rangefinder with a button on the back for ranging. It has intermittent ranging, it has constant ranging. You press it, and I want to preface anything that I say where it has this or that, it's all in the menu functions that you go through. The menu functions are super easy to navigate even without the instructions. The instructions are very clear. Once you start reading them, very clear, tells you exactly what buttons to push, how long to push them, all that stuff. The instructions are awesome, but even if you're somebody like me who sort of starts fiddling around with something before you start looking at instructions, I figured out most of this within a very short period of time of just sitting in my chair out here in the desert with this, kind of sitting on my table and just playing around with the buttons. It's very easy to figure out. If you're able to navigate like your social media page, you can navigate this no problem. It has one of the things I do like about this is it not only has a diopter back here, it has a focus ring up here, but it also has a magnification ring here, and everything works like a standard scope in that aspect. I like the familiarity of that. So this is your magnification ring, 5-20. It's still digital magnification, but you're not fumbling around with like, okay, click, 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 click. Oh, I wanted to go back, but I can only go forward and scroll through the whole thing. I like that this is more like a regular scope. I think that KISS method of things, that keep it simple, stupid, is really cool what they've done here. Again, a nice smooth diopter, a nice smooth focus ring, and then your magnification ring. Everything runs real nicely, including your IR light, which is right here on the side here. The IR light also has a diopter or focus ring on it, and it allows you to focus the beam. There is beam intensity settings, so brightness settings in your menu settings, but this ring here allows you to focus your IR light as well. So it has every option imaginable to complement its functions. So some of the features of this are a ballistic calculator. So there's an on-screen ballistic calculator for various loads and zeros and calibers, things like that. So that is a great function to have in it. Speaking of zeros, there's I think it's 5 or 8, 5 different zero profiles that you can save in this. So if you're going to move this from like a rifle to rifle, or use various ammos from subsonic to supers to maybe different brands, things like that, you can set 5 different zeros on this, which I think is, and it's available at the click of a button. The reticle system in this has tons of different reticles, from just small crosshairs, dots, circle dots, various ladder systems and ranging systems, as well as first and second focal plane magnification and reticle systems. It truly is an all-in-one bag of things that if you're not sure if you like a thing, there's going to be a setting in here that you're going to like to sit on. One of the other cool features about this is it has a record function. I mentioned it has 32 gig of internal recording storage for both pictures and video. Now you can record in both daytime and nighttime settings, but it also has, if you don't want to manually hit the record button, you can set it to a recoil activated recording. So it's going to record. It obviously, being a digital system, it's taking in the information and putting out the information, right? So when you have that setting set, the recoil activated setting, when it senses the recoil, when you pull the trigger, it actually saves the recording, or what was pictured in there, for a handful of seconds before and a handful of seconds after. So you get your shot, you get your entire shot, the fall of the animal, things like that. I say animal because this is probably going to be a hunting scope for you. I like that it has the recoil activated. I don't know how many times you guys out there have used some sort of a digital scope. You made a shot, shit, I wish I would have been recording it. Well, now there's a setting for you to have that recoil operated recording. If you've ever messed around with digital scopes of any sort, whether they're thermal, day, night vision, whatever, over the years there's been various scopes with like quite a bit of lag. They have refresh rates, things like that. This thing tracks great when I'm moving side to side. I am not getting any sort of blur. I'm not getting lines in it. I'm not getting any sort of skipping or pauses in the video or in what I'm seeing as I move. It seamlessly transitions from night vision to day vision with just a push of one of the buttons. So some of those important features like that are you don't have to dig into the menu. They're right there in the main button set on the top. It may be simple, but one of my favorite features is the multicolored reticle system. Again, there are 10, I think I said 5 earlier. There's 10 different zeroing profiles for the reticle. I like the green-red black, white, all these different colors that you can do every reticle in, depending on the background that you have behind you. Because as you can see here, I would have light brown tan in one area that white doesn't show up on very well, and then up into greens, darker browns, and things like that. So with just the simple push of one of the buttons, you can change that reticle color without having to go into the menu system as you are scanning an area. I think that some of these features that this scope has, and they have taken what I feel to be important, the most important and most usable features, and made them the most readily available in the button set here without actually having to scroll through menus to get to them. So the daytime vision in this, has two different settings. It has sort of a natural setting, and then has a high contrast or high definition setting. It's a very, very nice, very nice view through it. It is like watching 8K TV. It's bright colors, really good detail in the daytime settings. Couldn't really ask for anything better. Again, it's like watching 8K TV. It's just, it really is one of those things where, matter of fact, say hi.
What up?
I got a buddy sitting here, first time he looked through it, like his first, what was your first reaction when you looked through this on that daytime setting?
The colors just popped. I mean, it was in the detail. When you zoomed in, it was a really smooth zoom in, and being able to see everything in color was amazing.
Yeah, and so, like, I mean, he doesn't work for me. I don't pay anybody. He's definitely not involved in this at all. He just happens to be out here with me today. And, like, I judge some of this stuff just to check my own biases because I did get something for free. So I judge that based on some of my friends that come out here with me and their initial reactions. And his initial reaction to this was like, wow, like, holy crap. I'm sure there was other words that I would have to beep out that he said. But the daytime of this is, again, just a phenomenal view. Night vision in this has no lag. It doesn't have... Digital night vision has come a long way over the last handful of years, and I think we're seeing sort of the peak of it right now with this. Very good detail. Even at a wide view or a wide focus of the IR light, I'm still getting quite a ways out there. You're going to see all types of videos being rolled over in B-roll while I'm talking throughout the video. But the night vision in this tracks really well. Again, doesn't have that refresh rate that some have. It doesn't have the delay that some has, and the picture of the night vision is just very crisp. So there are features of this that I haven't brought out yet, like there is a mobile app. There is a DNT mobile app that has Wi-Fi capabilities, things like that. There are more things to this that I haven't used as much, so I don't want to talk about it a whole lot. I haven't needed to use it for like what I do with the scope, but there are more settings, there are more features to it. So what does something that is so feature rich, compact, high quality, what does something like this cost? So right now on the DNT website, it is listed for $776 at a full price, regular price of $999. Even if you're paying full price for this, I think that this sort of encompasses the best of where we're at in digital vision for night and day vision. I really, truly believe that. Now, to the YouTube censors, I'm not selling this. I'm not selling any regulated goods. I'm not selling this firearm. I'm just telling the viewer the information they need to make the best decision possible, so lay off. So with that said, I mean, this thing is obviously getting passing grades from me. I think I've had some digital night vision and thermals on. They also sell a thermal. I don't have any experience with it. This is just the day and night vision model. But with my experience with various, not just handheld, but weapon mounted digital optics, so far, I think that this has the most bang, pun intended, the most bang for the buck as far as quality of image, the functionality you're getting, the ease of going through all those functions and menu options, and how packed it is with everything you need. And again, I can't say this enough, that everything you really, really need, like it's going to be the most common things you probably fiddle with from area to area that you would use this in, everything is just super readily available on the primary switches, from the rangefinder to the switchology up here, without having to go through menu options to change some of those very important settings. I think there's a lot of forward thought in this, and with that, I think it's absolutely worth the money. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and leave a comment down below, especially if you have experience with DNT, the ZULUS, whether it's the V2 or V1. I'd really love to know your experiences with it. I've talked to exactly 0 people that have had experience with this, so this is totally, completely my thought process and my thought process alone as it pertains to this scope. Thank you to DNT for sending this out to the channel, and you will be seeing this in the future on more rifles. The night vision is going to come in super handy for me, to say the least, when it comes to some various other things that I have in the works. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you to DNT. Don't forget to hit all the good buttons down below, leave that comment, and we'll talk to you guys later.